That very deal that still gives me goosebumps? Hey guys, grab a seat, pour yourself something cold, because I'm about to tell you a story that still makes my jaw drop every time I think about it. This isn't just a simple bought a car and got screwed tale. This is such a tangled web of deception that even Netflix screenwriters would say, dude, that's way too over the top. Nobody's going to buy it. It all started in sunny Los Angeles in July when the asphalt is literally melting and people would sell their soul for air conditioning. Our main hero is Jake Miller, 28 years old, a regular guy from Pacific Palisades who works remotely as an app designer and has been dreaming of a black 2019 Dodge Charger. Not brand new, but one that looks fresh off the factory floor, smells like a new interior, and roars so loud the neighbors' windows shake. For the past 6 months, Jake had been scouring Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and even some shady Telegram groups where people sell exclusive deals with no dealer markup. And then one beautiful evening, just as he was about to close his laptop and go to bed, he gets a message from a guy named Tony Martinez. Tony writes, "Bro, I've got a 2019 Charger RT, 36K miles, completely stock, one owner, clean title, not a single scratch. Price, $28,000. Cash only, today or tomorrow, because I'm moving to Miami and I need the money right now. Cars and Van Nuys, you can come check it out even at night." Jake nearly fell off the couch. The market price for that kind of charge in California at the time was between 38 to 42K. 28 grand was an absolute gift from the heavens. He immediately started talking himself into it. Yeah, it's suspiciously cheap, but what if the guy really needs to cash fast? What if he's getting divorced and the wife would take everything if he doesn't sell it quick? He messaged Tony back. "Can you send pics of the VIN and the title, please?" A minute later, Tony sends the photos. VIN looks clean, California clean title, everything perfect. He even dropped the Carfax link and it was all green. No accidents, no liens, nothing. The next day, Jake takes a day off, grabs his buddy Mike, who knows cars a bit more than the average American, and they head to Van Nuys. They pull up to a regular house in a quiet residential neighborhood, and there it is in the driveway, the car. Black Charger, gleaming like he just rolled off the showroom floor. NFL player on the photo shoot level clean, not a speck of dust. Napa leather interior, red stitching, huge screen, everything exactly as he dreamed of. Tony comes out, smiling Latino guy around 35, wearing shorts and a Lakers tank top. Totally chill. "Hey guys, want to take it for a spin? Keys are right here." Mike immediately crawls under the hood, under the chassis, shining his flashlight, looking for leaks, Bondo, the whole inspection routine. Nothing. The car's flawless. Jake gets behind the wheel, and that's it. He's done. In love for good. The engine growls so deep you feel it in your chest. He's already picturing himself cruising down PCH toward Malibu, music blasting, wind in his hair. Tony says, "Listen, bro, I really need this done fast. Give me 27K cash right now, and she's yours. I won't even haggle." Jake and Mike exchange looks. Mike whispers, "Hold up, man. This is too good to be true." But Jake isn't listening anymore. He's already gone. An hour later, they're at the bank. Jake withdraws $27,000 in cash. Yeah, that was his down payment for a house fund. But whatever, the Charger's more important. They drive back to Tony's place. Tony hands over the keys, signs the title, shakes his hand. "Good luck, bro. She's a beast. Won't let you down." Jake drives off happier than a kid at Disneyland. First week, pure bliss. He's sending pics to all his friends, posting on Instagram, and even slid into a girl's DMs. "Got something to take you for a ride now." Wink. And then the fun really begins. 11 days later, Jake gets a call from an unknown number. "Mr. Miller, this is Detective Ramirez from the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. Do you currently have in your possession a Dodge Charger with VIN ending in such and such?" Jake, "Yeah, of course. I just bought it." "Detective, could you please come down to the station on Sepulveda Boulevard? We need to talk. And bring the car, please. Jake shows up. He's met by 2 detectives and a woman around 45 crying her eyes out. Detective says, Mr. Miller, this is Catherine Williams from San Diego. 2 months ago, an identical 2019 Dodge Charger was stolen from her. The VIN matches 100%. The car you've been driving is stolen. It is now under seizure. Jake just stands there like someone hit him with a baseball bat. Catherine is sobbing. I paid $44,000 for it. It was my dream car after my divorce. And the detective adds, and the best part, the title you were given is fake. Extremely well made, but fake. You fell victim to a VIN cloning scam. And as for the Tony Martinez you bought it from, that person doesn't exist. The house where you met him is rented by the day on Airbnb. The owner has no idea who was there. At that moment, Jake felt his 27 grand literally evaporate from his pocket into thin air. But guys, that's only the beginning. What comes next is such a thriller that when I learned all the details, I couldn't sleep for a week. Jake is standing in the station, legs like jelly, one thought looping in his head. 27 grand. Poof. Gone. Detective Ramirez, a kind older guy with a mustache like a Mexican cowboy from old movies, puts a hand on his shoulder and says, listen, son, you're not the first, and sadly, you won't be the last. This crew's been pulling the same stunt across Southern California for 6 months. They steal premium cars in one state, drive into another, clone the VIN from a legit car of the same color and year, print fake titles on high-quality paper, and sell them for 60 to 70% of market value. People bite because greed and the dream of the deal of a lifetime beat any lie detector. Jake asked in a shaky voice, Can I at least get the money back? Ramirez gives a sad smile. In theory, yes. In practice, almost never. Cash is gone, probably already converted to Bitcoin somewhere in Eastern Europe. We don't even know these guys' real names. We only have nicknames El Golado and Skinny Pete. One fat, one skinny. Genius, right? Catherine, the real owner, is still sniffing in the corner. Jake walks over, red as a lobster, and says, Mrs. Williams, I swear I had no idea. I don't even know how to fix this. She suddenly stops crying, looks him dead in the eye, and says, you think you're the only sucker here? They stole that car right out of my gated community garage in La Jolla. Cameras caught nothing, alarm never went off. Insurance paid me $40,000, but I already bought a new one and had to put in another $15K out of pocket. And now they're telling me my old car has been recovered and I'm supposed to take it back. Except now it has your fake title on it and a mountain of legal headaches. So we're both completely screwed, sweetie. Jake walked out of the station without the car. It got towed to the impound lot without his money and feeling like he'd just been ran over by a truck. At home, Jake opens his laptop, hits the forums, and starts Googling VIN cloning scam California, and his eyes literally pop out of his head. Turns out he's not far from the first victim. In the last 8 months, the exact same thing happened in California, Arizona, and Nevada with Chargers, Camaros, new Mustangs, even a couple of BMW M4s. Losses range from $20K to $70K per car. The scariest part, almost nobody ever got their money back. Jake makes a post on Reddit in r/scams and r/Dodge titled, Lost 27K on the stolen Charger with VIN clone. Has anyone ever recovered the money? Any advice? 3 hours later, the post explodes. 800 plus comments. People write, welcome to the club, bro. Same thing happened to my Hellcat in Phoenix. I gave $65K for a Supra, still fighting the bank in court. Then a DM pops up from a guy with the username SoCalSnake87. Hey Jake, saw your post. Same story here. Only a red Challenger back in May. Lost $33K. But I found something. These aren't random thieves. It's an organized crew out of Glendale, Armenians plus a couple of Russians. They've got their own mechanic, their own title printer, even their own notary. I've been digging for 3 months. Want to meet up? I'll show you what I have. Just be careful. These guys are seriously dangerous. At first, Jake thinks, great, another conspiracy nut. But he checks the profile, normal car pics, normal posts going back years. He decides, why not? They agree to meet up the next day at the In-N-Out on Sepulveda. Public place, lots of people. The guy's name is Alex. Tall, skinny, about 30, snake tattoo on his neck, hence the username. Shows up in a beat-up old Civic because he's also carless after the scam. Alex opens his laptop and starts showing folders. Look, here's a list of 18 cars that went through this scheme in the past year. All muscle cars, 2018 to 2022. All sold on Craigslist and FB Marketplace within 200 miles of LA. All cash, all moving urgently. Here are photos of your Tony Martinez, real name Garrick, lives in Burbank. And he is Skinny Pete, Pitya, 27, did time for Grand Theft Auto in Texas. Jake stares at the pictures and realizes, yeah, that's definitely Tony, just with a beard in one photo and clean shaven in another. Alex keeps going. I even know the address of their shop in Sun Valley. That's where they revin, repaint if needed, and put on new plates. I flew a drone over it one night, got footage of them loading 2 cars onto a trailer. Jake, dude, are you insane? What if they catch you? Alex smirks. If they catch me, it won't matter anymore. After this happened, he goes quiet, takes a sip of coffee, then adds softly, my wife was 7 months pregnant when I handed over those $33K. It was every penny we'd saved for a house down payment. She left, said she couldn't stay with someone stupid enough to give all our money to scum like that. So I've got nothing left to lose. Silence hangs over the table. Jake looks at Alex and realizes, right now, he can either go home, cry into his pillow, and accept the $27,000 loss, or... All right, he says. What's the play? Alex grins so wide, Jake gets chills down his spine. I've got a plan. It's not exactly legal, but there's a chance we get at least some of the money back, and we screw these bastards so hard they'll remember it forever. Jake swallows hard. Tell me. Part 3. Operation Get My Damn Money Back, or how 2 suckers decided to play Budget Tony Montana. Alex leans back in the In-N-Out booth chewing fries and lays out the plan like he's about to rob the Bellagio in heat. Here's how it works. These guys post a new ad every Friday night. The car is always shown in different neighborhoods, but they prepped everything in one place. A hangar at 1345 Sunland Avenue, an abandoned former Mopar shop. That's where they revin, repaint if needed, and put on new plates. I flew a drone over it one night, got footage of them loading 2 cars onto a trailer. Jake, dude, are you insane? What if they catch you? Alex smirks. If they catch me, it won't matter anymore. After this happened, he goes quiet, takes a sip of coffee, then adds softly, my wife was 7 months pregnant when I handed over those $33K. It was every penny we saved for our house down payment. She left, said she couldn't stay with someone stupid enough to give all our money to scum like that. So I've got nothing left to lose. Silence hangs over the table. Jake looks at Alex and realizes, right now, he can either go home, cry into his pillow, and accept the $27,000 loss, or, all right, he says, what's the play? Alex grins so wide, Jake gets chills down his spine. I've got a plan. It's not exactly legal, but there's a chance we get at least some of the money back, and we screw these bastards so hard they'll remember it forever. Jake swallows hard. Tell me. Part 3.
Operation Get My Damn Money Back, or How Two Suckers Decided to Play Budget Tony Montana. Alex leans back in the In-N-Out booth chewing fries and lays out the plan like he's about to rob the Bellagio in Heat. Here's how it works. These guys post a new ad every Friday night. The car is always shown in different neighborhoods, but they prep everything in one place. A hangar at 1345 Sunland Avenue, an abandoned former Mopa shop. That's where they count cash and print new titles too. Security? Usually 2 guys, sometimes 3. El Gordo, the fat boss, is always there. Skinny Pete on lookout. 3rd guy, when he shows up, is Vashgin, the Armenian. He handles documents. The plan. We create a fake whale buyer. Rich idiot from Beverly Hills who wants to buy 2 cars, cash, no questions asked. I contact them from a new number, new account. Say I'm ready to come tomorrow night with $80K cash for 2 charges, 1 black, 1 red Hellcat. They'll bite hard. $80K for 2 stolen cars is a jackpot for them. We set the meet at their shop. Tell them my boss is a very private person, likes to do deals in a quiet place. Then, I've got a buddy, ex-Marine, now a PI, name's Ryan. For $5,000, he'll roll with us, body cam, pepper spray, and if needed, a couple of legal firearms. Plus, he's got a thermal drone and night vision. We walk in to inspect the cars. Ryan records everything on a hidden camera. The moment they show the cars and start counting the money, Ryan yells, "Show's over, assholes!" We zip tie them, duct tape them if needed, take our money back and whatever else they've got from the week's sales, photograph every document, every VIN, everything we find. Then we bounce. After that, we dump the whole package on the cops and the insurance companies. Gang goes to prison, we at least break even or better. Jake sits there with his mouth open. You're serious? We're going to rob the robbers? That's a felony. Alex laughs. Yep, except we're robbing the guys who stole $60K combined from us. That's not a crime. That's karma with same-day delivery. Jake is quiet for 5 full minutes. Then he exhales. Fine, I'm in. But if we die, I'm haunting your ass forever. Next day, they start prepping. Alex buys 3 cheap burner phones at Walmart. Jake pulls the last $6K from his savings and buys a stack of movie prop money. Real bills on top and bottom, newspaper in the middle. Looks perfect until someone starts counting carefully. They create a fake Facebook profile, Jason Lee, 34, Beverly Hills construction company owner, photos of yachts and Lambos ripped from some realtor's Instagram. Alex messages Garik, aka Tony Martinez from the new account. Hey bro, saw your charges, need 2, black RT and red Hellcat. Ready to take both for $78K cash tomorrow night. Quiet deal, no extra people. I can come to wherever works for you. Reply comes in 15 minutes. No problem, Mr. Lee. Tomorrow 2200, I'll DM you the address. Cash only, no games. Jake reads it and feels his heart pounding in his ears. Friday night. They meet up with Ryan, the ex-Marine. Absolute unit. 6'5", arms thicker than Jake's thighs, voice like a movie theater subwoofer. He looks at them and says, "You boys sure about this? If shit hits the fan, I'll get you out, but you're gonna eat a few bruises." Alex, we already took a $60K beating. We can handle a couple more. They roll in the old Ford Transit Ryan borrowed from a buddy. Inside, drone, 3 GoPros, zip ties, duct tape, pepper spray, 2 stun guns, and 1 real Glock, just in case. Ryan swears he'll only pull it if someone's about to die. 2205. They pull up to the address, dark industrial zone, chain link fence, hangar with rusty roll-up doors. Dim light inside, 3 cars sitting out front, the 2 Chargers, black and red, and a silver Challenger waiting its turn. 3 guys come out to greet them. El Gordo, huge, easily 280 pounds, dripping in gold chains. Skinny Pete, twitchy, skinny, constantly looking over his shoulder. Vazgen, the calm Armenian in an expensive suit, holding a fold of the paperwork. Garik flashes a 32-tooth grin. "Mr. Lee, welcome! The cars are fire! Let's show you!" They step inside. In the corner of the hangar, full workshop, VIN stamping machine, printer, laminator, stacks of blank California, Nevada, and Arizona titles. Jake is boiling with rage. He wants to swing right then and there. Ryan walks last, cap pulled low, backpack with the body cam. They fire up the cars. Everything growls. Everything looks perfect. Garik says, "So, Mr. Lee, you got the money?" Alex, playing Jason Lee, passed the briefcase. "Right here, 78 grand, like we said. Let's count." El Gordo rubs his hands together like he just won the lottery and heads to the table. That's when Ryan whispers into the little earpiece mic. "On 3. 1, 2, 3. It all happened in a blink. Ryan roars so loud the walls shake. "Down, motherfuckers! This is a bust!" At the same instant, Ryan tases Skinny Pete. He hits the ground flopping like a fish.
Jake whispers, "What if they come after us later?" Ryan grins. "They'll be busy for the next 10-15 years. We got everything in 4K. Faces, VINs, documents, safe, guns. I already sent a copy to my buddy at the FBI. SWAT will be here in an hour." They walk out, hop in the van, and peel out. Dead silence for the first few miles. Then Jake starts laughing hysterically. We just robbed the robbers and got our money back. Did that actually happen?" Alex is cracking up too. "Bro, we're about to become Reddit legends." Then Ryan's phone rings. He listens for 10 seconds and his face goes ghost white. "Guys, buckle up. That was my cop buddy. They just found a body. 4th member of the crew. Named Sergey. Stabbed to death. This morning. And written on the wall in blood, 'Where's my money?'" You could hear the gas sloshing in the tank. He was so quiet. Ryan turns around. "Looks like these guys had a bigger bus. And he really doesn't like it when someone steals his money." Jake stares at the backpack full of cash and realizes the story is just getting started. Part 4. When you thought you'd won, and the real game just began. Ryan's van is flying down the 170 freeway toward downtown LA. It's 2 a.m., streetlights strobing like a Travis Scott video. Dead silence inside, except Ryan muttering curses and checking mirrors every 30 seconds. Jake clutches the backpack with a 60 grand like it's a life raft and whispers, "Guys, what if they already have our plate?" Ryan, "Plates are fake. I swapped them this afternoon, but that won't buy us much time. If they've got bigger fish above them, in a couple hours they'll know who we are, where we live, and what we drink for breakfast." Alex, who was riding an adrenaline high 5 minutes ago, suddenly goes sheet white. "My dog's home alone, and my mom lives next door." Ryan jerks the wheel, pulls into an Arco station, parks behind a pump, kills the lights. "Listen up. Plan B. We are not going home, none of us. We split the cash right here, take only what we need for the next few days, stash the rest. Then we disappear for 48 hours. Everyone got a bolt hole?" Jake has an aunt in San Diego. Alex has an old buddy in Vegas. Ryan just shrugs. "I'll pay cash for a motel and sit by the window with a rifle." They divide it on the spot. 20 grand in their pockets, the remaining 40 grand Ryan stuffs into the spare tire well. They scatter. Jake Ubers to the Greyhound station, buys the first ticket south. At 4:12 a.m., he's on the bus. Hoodie up, backpack on his lap, paranoia dialed to 11. 5:47 a.m., unknown number. "Hey, hero, return the money. By tomorrow night or we start with your parents in Pacific Palisades. Cute little white house with the blue shutters." Attached is a night photo of his parents' house from the street. House number and his dad's car perfectly visible. Jake almost throws up in the aisle. He instantly calls Ryan. Ryan picks up on the first ring. "Got one too. Mine is a picture of my daughter at school. She's 9, lives with her mom." Alex in the group chat. "My mom, 68, alone." Silence. Then Ryan. "Options. 1. Walk into the FBI right now. 2. Give the money back and pray they only beat us half to death for touching it. 3. I know a guy. Very expensive. Ends problems permanently. Jake. How much? Ryan. 150 large. And the problem disappears root and branch. Different league. Jake looks at the backpack of the 60,000 and knows, even if he sold a kidney, he's short. They agreed to meet at noon at the Red Roof Inn on the outskirts of Barstow. Middle of nowhere, no cameras, neutral ground. They trickle in. Ryan in a rented Camry, Alex by cab from Vegas, Jake on another Greyhound. Room 112. On the bed, open suitcase full of guns and the 40 grand Ryan pulled from the stash. Ryan lays 3 phones on the table. I thought all night. There's a 4th option. We don't give the money back. We don't hide. We finish what we started. For real this time. He flips the laptop around. Satellite map. That Sun Valley hangar was the corner store. Their real hub is a ranch in Lancaster, 90 miles north. 15 acres, fence, dogs, armed guards. That's where they park the hot cars before sale and where the real bosses sleep. I flew the drone over last night. Minimum 25 vehicles right now. Chargers to brand new G-Wagons. Street value 7 figures easy. If we hand this place to the FBI today, they'll pat us on the back, give us a citizen's award, and in a year or 2, someone bonds out and puts a bullet in us. But if we do it ourselves, smarter, we can take enough to vanish forever. Alex says, "You want us to rob an Armenian, Russian, Mexican mafia compound? You've completely lost it." Ryan smiles for the first time in 24 hours. Not rob, burn. Every single car. Stolen vehicles aren't insured. That's millions gone in smoke. And a message, leave us the fuck alone. Jake stares like he's looking at a madman, then slowly nods. I'm in. But once we do this, there's no going back. We become the thing we never wanted to be. Ryan pulls 3 balaclavas and a 5-gallon can of gasoline from the suitcase. Then let's roll. Tonight, 0300, when they're all drunk on Friday night tequila and sleeping it off. Drive to Lancaster is silent, each lost in his own head. Jake keeps thinking how 2 weeks ago his biggest dream was a cool car. Still doesn't know how it came to this. 3:14 a.m. The ranch. Massive gates. 2 guards in the shack, 3 chained Rottweilers. Ryan stops half a mile out. They pull on the balaclavas. Plan is simple and terrifying. Ryan and Alex create a distraction, pull up pretending the car broke down. Jake slips through a gap the drone found on the back fence, douses a row of cars at the barn entrance, lights it, runs like hell. Alarm goes off. Everyone runs out to save their millions. Our guys are 20 miles away before the first fire truck rolls in. Jake scales the fence, heart hammering so loud he's sure the dogs hear it. He creeps toward the barn, unscrews the gas can. The smell hits him like a punch. Starts pouring on the first carger, second, third, and then a floodlight snaps on, blinding white right in his face. Voice, thick accent. Drop the can, motherfucker. Hands where I can see 'em. You just made the last mistake of your life. Hey kid, you lost? In front of him stands a man about 50, expensive silk robe, gold teeth flashing, pistol hanging loose in his hand. 2 gorillas behind him. All 3 looking at Jake like cats who just found a mouse with broken legs. You're the one from Goddick's place yesterday, right? Give the money back and maybe I let you walk, after we take a few fingers, just for manners. Jake is frozen solid. One thought looping. This is it. Game over. Then hell legs loose.
The boss with the gold teeth, later turns out his name is Armin, Uncle Armin, the real shot caller, 2 refrigerator-sized goons, and 1 German shepherd growling like it wants to eat his soul. Armin lights a cigarette, calm as Sunday morning, light Caucasian accent. You must be Jake from the Palisades, huh? Lost 27 grand and got upset, thought we'd just hand it over. Now we show you how business is done in America. He nods. 1 goon pulls out a massive pair of pliers. Jake's brain screams hostile, the sequel, no happy ending. Then Ryan's voice cuts through the dark, calm as he's ordering a double-double. Hey, gold teeth,
Step 3 paces away from the kid, or I paint the cactus with your brains all the way to Tia Chappie. Everyone spins. Ryan stands 20 yards back in the shadows, only the red dot of a laser dancing on Armin's forehead. Alex beside him with the pump shotgun. Don't ask where that came from. Armin laughs. You think one rifle scares me? I have 10 men here. Ryan. 10. Let's count. He thumbs a little remote in his hand. Pure chaos. First car at the far fence explodes. Ryan planted 2 timed Molotovs that afternoon while Jake was the distraction. Then the second. Then the third. Flames leap to the wooden carport, 5 more cars under it. Fire climbs 3 stories high in seconds. Guards screaming, running, dogs barking like the world's ending. Armin bellows, "Put it out, you idiots! That's $7 million!" He completely forgets Jake and sprints for an extinguisher. Jake doesn't need an invitation, dumps the rest of the gas on a nearby G-Wagon, and flicks his lighter. Woomph! Massive explosion. Tank was full. Ryan and Alex start blasting rounds into the air just to keep the panic dialed to 11. Alex on a megaphone. Yes, they brought a megaphone. Everybody down! FBI! On the ground! Half the guards actually drop thinking it's a federal raid. Jake bolts. The 3 of them sprint for the hole in the fence where Ryan's idling pickup waits. They dive in the bed and Ryan floors it, tires screaming. Behind them, one solid wall of fire. You can see the glow from the highway. Sky is orange for miles. They hit Highway 14 doing 80 and climbing. Alex is maniacally laughing. We just torched the Mafia for $7 fucking million. Ryan, stone cold, 6.5 so far. Give it a second. He pulls a second remote, presses the button. Far behind them, a deep, heavy boom. The main barn with the highest dollar cars just went up. Ryan left the big charge there. 20 minutes later, they're on the 5 freeway southbound. Silence. Adrenaline crash. Hand shaking. Jake whispers, "Guys, they are definitely going to kill us now." Ryan, "They won't get the chance." He flips on the police scanner. It's already bedlam. Large-scale structure fire at Lancaster Ranch, multiple bodies recovered, suspected organized crime, ATF, FBI, DEA all responding. Alex, what bodies? Ryan shrugs. 3 guards didn't make it out of the main barn. Shit happens. They all look at each other. It hits them at the same moment. They're not just scam victims anymore. They're arsonists. And now, however, accidentally, killers. Jake pulls out his phone. 27 missed calls from Mom and 1 new text from an unknown number. You started a war you can't finish. But I'll give you 1 chance. Tomorrow, 1800 IKEA Burbank parking lot. Come alone with whatever money you have left, or your mom finds out what it feels like when the house burns from the inside. Attached photo, Jake's mom asleep in her bedroom, taken through the bedroom window tonight. Ryan looks at the picture and says 1 word. Trap. Alex, obviously. Jake, I'm going. Ryan, you're insane. Jake, if I don't go, they kill my family. If I do go, maybe they only kill me. 50-50 is the best odds I've had in 2 weeks. Ryan stares at him for a long time, then nods once. Fine, but not alone. We do it our way, 1 last time. They turn the truck around and head back towards Los Angeles. Clock reads 4:57 a.m., 13 hours until the meet. Each of them knows tomorrow someone is definitely dying. The only question is who. Saturday, 1743. The IKEA Burbank parking lot is bathed in orange sunset. Families pushing carts, kids screaming, smell of $1 hot dogs. The most ordinary place on earth. Perfect to disappear in the crowd
or to be quietly erased. Jake stands by the entrance, black backpack with the remaining $40K slung over one shoulder, jeans, gray hoodie, cap pulled low. Tiny earpiece in his left ear. Ryan's voice, calm as ever. I've got eyes. Northeast corner, third row of lights, 2 SUVs, black Tahoe, silver Escalade, 3 in the Tahoe, 2 in the Escalade, all carrying. Drones overhead, picture is crystal. Alex is idling on Tadenga with the engine hot. Say the word and we roll. Jake whispers, copy. Hold until I give the signal. This ends without more blood if I can help it. He walks towards the vehicles, heart hammering so hard he's sure the whole lot can hear it. Approaches the black Tahoe. Window slides down. Behind the wheel is Armin, gold teeth glinting in the sunset. Next to him a tattooed kid in his 20s with a pistol on his lap, another in the back. Armin smiles wide. Hey, hero. Backpack on the hood. Slow. Jake places it. Armin unzips, flips through the stacks, and nods. Good boy. 40 grand. That's just the interest for what you did to us last night. Principal is another $500,000, plus your family's lives. You have 1 week. Jake, there is no more money. This is everything. Let my family go. Armin laughs, gold flashing. You still don't get it. This isn't about money anymore. It's about respect. You burned my business. 3 men died. You think I forgive? He holds up his phone. Fresh video of Jake's mom at Ralph's, dad walking the dog. Tonight, both of them wake up to the smell of gasoline, unless that $500,000 appears by Friday. Jake feels the rage finally drown the fear. Quietly, into the earpiece. Ryan, now! And everything happens at once. Every car speaker in the parking lot suddenly blasts Sweet Child of Mine at max volume. Ryan hacked the IKEA PA an hour ago. People scream, kids cry, total chaos. A drone swoops low and drops 2 smoke grenades right on the Tahoe. Thick white smoke everywhere. A beat-up white Sprinter with no plates, Alex screeches in, stops 10 yards away. Ryan leaps from the roof of the adjacent parking structure. He'd been up there 2 hours with a rifle and booms through the megaphone. FBI! Everybody down! Drop the weapons! Half the guards actually drop, thinking it's a federal raid. Jake bolts. The 3 of them sprint for the hole in the fence where Ryan's idling pickup wakes. They dive in the bed, and Ryan floors it, tires screaming. Behind them, one solid wall of fire. You can see the glow from the highway. Sky is orange for miles. They hit Highway 14 doing 80 and climbing. Alex is maniacally laughing. We just torched the Mafia for $7 fucking million. Ryan, stone cold. 6.5 so far. Give it a second. He pulls his second remote, presses the button. Far behind them, a deep, heavy boom. The main barn with the highest dollar cars just went up. Ryan left the big charge there. 20 minutes later, they're on the 5 freeway southbound. Silence. Adrenaline crash. Hands shaking. Jake whispers, Guys, they are definitely going to kill us now. Ryan, they won't get the chance. He flips on the police scanner. It's already bedlam. Large-scale structure fire at Lancaster Ranch, multiple bodies recovered, suspected organized crime, ATF, FBI, DEA all responding. Alex, what bodies? Ryan shrugs. 3 guards didn't make it out of the main barn. Shit happens. They all look at each other. It hits them at the same moment. They're not just scam victims anymore. They're arsonists. And now, however, accidentally, killers. Jake pulls out his phone. 27 missed calls from mom and 1 new text from an unknown number. You started a war you can't finish. But I'll give you 1 chance. Tomorrow, 1800 IKEA Burbank parking lot. Come alone, with whatever money you have left, or your mom finds out what it feels like when the house burns from the inside. Attached photo, Jake's mom asleep in her bedroom, taken through the bedroom window tonight. Ryan looks at the picture and says one word. Trap.